K98 Talk is expanding its lineup for 2015. This means we are expanding our advertising base. Whether you're a startup trying to push through to the next level or an established business trying to supplement your advertising budget, web-based advertising is a solid investment. Thanks to Talk's newest partnership with TuneIn Radio and instant access to our sister station, K98 FM, we give you worldwide access at a reasonable cost. Interested parties should email us at sales@k98fm.com.
In these uncertain economic times, you've got to do whatever you can to save money. One of our biggest expenses can be our cars, especially when unexpected repair bills hit. Not anymore. If you own a vehicle with less than 130,000 miles, is less than 12 years old, has a warranty about to expire, or even no warranty at all, you could stop paying for car repairs. Roadside assistance, towing, and rental coverage are all included. Don't wait for the next repair. Make one free call right now to see if you qualify. If your vehicle is less than 12 years old, has less than 130,000 miles, even if it's out of warranty, paying for car repairs can become a thing of the past. Call us right now and get your car protected before your next repair bill hits. Get protection and no more repair bills. Call 800-696-1030. Again, 800-696-1030. That's 800-696-1030. 800-696-1030.
Joe had huge problems with the IRS.
I knew it was coming. I hadn't filed taxes since 1990.
All the IRS letters coming in added up to a nightmare.
To get up to like $68,000, my heart started beating fast. It's like, there's no way, man. I mean, I ain't going to be able to do this.
Then they stopped his paycheck.
So that's when I started making phone calls and found U.S. Tax Shield.
U.S. Tax Shield went to work immediately.
They just took the bull by the horns. What blew my mind is he called the IRS right then and there.
So why is U.S. Tax Shield A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau? Joe knows.
They saved me a ridiculous amount of money.
If you owe more than $10,000 to the IRS or state, choose the company Joe chose, U.S. Tax Shield.
It was the best decision I made. U.S. Tax Shield is the way to go. Life is good. Thank you, Lord.
Call 800-471-3287.
U.S. Tax Shield. Boo-rah. Yes.
800-471-3287. 800-471-3287.
Game on, where progressives fear us and rhinos tremble. Welcome to the political jungle. I'm JD.
This is Stacey. No one is safe. No one is spared.
Lock up the children.
And the old folk.
Welcome to the world of liberservative conservatarians.
Yeah, I'll tell you what there, Edith. I think I ate one of them Colorado brownies that Meathead left with Gloria. I woke up in the C-SPAN. It looked like 1968 with the Democrats on the floor. Good Thursday evening, June 23rd, 2016, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. JD and Stacey here for Game On, part of that Conservative Commandos radio network on that K98 Talk. Welcome back to all our political geeks, freaks, and back alley sneaks. Hey, everybody right now. That means you too, Ron, within the sound of my voice. You know exactly what to do. Get over to K98Talk.org. Get in that chat room. Say hello to Stacey. Say hello to the drunk and smart is up all late night listening, doing Lord what knows what they gonna do. Ron, keep your pants on. Oy vey schmear. Political radio audience in the business. JD and Stacey, baby. Yo, radio crash burn. Hi. How you?
Doing good.
All right.
Gonna ride you, gonna rock you out like a witch on a broom.
That Nancy Pelosi looking like that witch on the broom, baby.
Oh my God. A sleepover with snacks.
Like a witch on the broom, baby. That's Nana. She looking like that Cruella DeVille. John Lewis thinking he's fighting for that civil rights. Looking like a fool, baby. That's right, I said it. Gonna watch you fall like a tower of cards. after they fell, baby.
Get land, get land, get land, get land, no matter how hard.
But all they did was crash burn.
Crash burn when we land.
Tonight, kids, OOGA Shaka, Shaka FATAH. Top Dem and Hillary supporter heading to that big house, baby. Oh, Boo-Boo is weak on Iran, but tough on U.S. sailors. Will explain nonsense of the world and so much more. Remember, kids, we're not just live here. Thursday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on that K98 for Game On. We do it again Tuesday evenings, 9 p.m. Sunday morning, Oy vey Schmear, the Broad Talk me into doing another live radio show. We cure your mainstream media hangover, but we're not done there. Friday night, 5 p.m. drive time leading to that Yahoo Sports on that WNWNWNJC 1360 a.m. Serving that serving that Philadelphia, Southern Jersey, Northern Delaware, baby. Get your ticket, shoot that lock off that wallet, get on your bicycle, start getting over there now. Come down, meet Stacey and I at that Republican National Convention. Should be interesting, July 18th to the 22nd in that Cleveland, Ohio. No longer a mistake by the lake, baby. Thanks to that King LeBron bringing that championship home for the Cavaliers. After the show, Hoop will stick around for the boss, that Ricky Ticky Tavi Rick Robinson, taking you to the top of that 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Hour with Jen Homestead on that America Off the Rails. Then after that, Hoop, you get over to Facebook, you find me and Stacey's page, you get on the roof of your house naked, you go, naked, look, schmeckle. Everybody go to the page and like it. Then after they arrest you, you explain this is a great show. Then after that, do a live again Sunday morning. Guys, what are you going to do? You're going to get over to Spreaker.com, # Brown, JD and Stacey, JDANDSTACEY. Find out a catalog of everything we've been doing here with that Ricky Ticky Tavi Rick Robinson and the cantankerous Rick Trader at that 1360. Good evening, baby.
How are you?
I am cheese whiz, apparently, according to the chat room.
Okay.
Okay, terrific.
Oh, no, not okay, terrific. Everything looks to be okay, slow-rific. Hold on a second. Let me see. Hang out and see if we're going to have a radio show, that train wreck that happened the other day. So how are you, baby? The capitalism's been killing me. I'm all behind on what's going on in the world. I see Donald Trump... Mayor Quimby is using teleprompters, and I am starting to find this interesting again just for how awful it is.
Well, and then he has that, half smirk thing he does that is the most, insincere thing I've ever seen in my life.
What are you talking about? I have perfected this half-ass smirk that nobody can understand the whole time that I have been here in politics. Good God, can't this country go one day without a riot?
Oh, my Lord.
The Trump King. Okay, and for those of you who are new to the program, 18 to 80, blind, crippled, and crazy, we give you a little synopsis of the program.
Our shenanigans are cheeky and fun.
Yeah, I mean, his shenanigans are cruel and tragic.
Which makes them not shenanigans at all, really. Evil shenanigans.
And that's where we got to cut it off, because this has got to go on that AM radio tomorrow.
Exactly.
Now, I saw you. I have no idea what's going on in the world, social media. Before we get into tonight's topics, I've been ducking in and out. You seem to be in fuego earlier in the day, just a general, listen to me, or did I miss some goings-ons?
Some goings-ons? No, I don't know. Everything's been going on for the last 24 hours. You had this Trump speech where he was trying to control the news cycle, and then the Dems completely usurped it, nonstop coverage of their slumber party for the last 24 hours because, they're reliving Selma in their minds. Nobody else is, but they are. And then Corey Lewandowski gets a job with CNN. What?
Really?
I swear to God, they just hired him. And then as soon as they hire Lewandowski,
okay, terrific.
Trump starts tweeting about how he's never watching it again and they're a bunch of liars and blah, 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 blah. I mean, it's just...
What happened to the beautiful family? Mayor Quimby, and by the way, for those of you who were... ever wondering where Corey Lewandowski came from? The last political
New Hampshire.
Last political race he ran was his junior high class president. I mean, this guy was an absolute nobody. But this is what I need when the book on
he hires the best people.
All right, don't you not tell me I don't hire the best people there. But you have to when this is all written. What I don't understand is He wrapped his arms around Lewandowski with the whole Michelle Fields thing, and the whole thing was beautiful fam. Oh, the man has a beautiful. What did his family get disfigured in a fight? Does he now have an ugly family, and Maya Quimby can't have him around? I mean, that was the whole defense of him mocking up Michelle Fields was, oh, we got a beautiful
because
family.
It was just a woman reporter. She probably deserved it, and she had that, assault pen with her and everything. He was scared.
Hey, Ron, I don't know what Ron said, but I think I hope he doesn't go it anywhere. Okay, so, and yes, Stacey and I have been critical of Mayor Quimby, and will continue to be where it's necessary. We'll give him credit where it's due. However.
He did a great job reading off a teleprompter.
I hate this place. Nothing works here. Okay. The medications don't work. I've been here for 7 years.
What is making me absolutely insane, and it's not that everybody doesn't know every day, but you have to make yourself cognizant every day and pinch yourself and snap you into the fact that the media is nothing more than a super PAC for the Democratic Party. Yeah, why you say that, JD? They've been pretty tough. No, they haven't, Bob. And forget about Hankles for a second. We're going to get to her because this ties it. For those of you who are a political junkie, a geek, freak, a back alley sneak, when you've watched all the political shows over the years, one of the guys who is most politically savvy in my mind, spent a lot of time working in the House. He started in the Carter administration as a speechwriter. He has a great story, and he is an encyclopedia of political knowledge, except that he is just a disgraceful, liberal puke sometimes, is Chris Matthews. So if you've gone across the board, CNN, MSNBC, if you've gone away from Fox, you have seen before, over the past 15 or 20 years, a gentleman by the name of CHAKA FATAH. CHAKA FATAH, not to be outdone by his shady name, which we'll get to, was basically a ward boss come congressman that came out of, where'd it come out of, Stacey? He came out of Philadelphia, Bob.
The meanest city in the world.
And you know what? Not even just, the city of bodily harm. But it's not just that. Philadelphia, to this day, has a big D Democrat institutional party boss machine system similar to Chicago that rivals anything that went on in the Tammany Hall days back in New York. I mean, it's old school alderman ward boss nonsense. And CHAKA FATAH comes from this. And before we get into who he is and what he's done and why we're speaking about him, on his way to prison, Stacey and I would like him to have a happy little theme song. So, hey, ooga, ooga, chaka, fatah. Here's your theme song, baby. Ooga, chaka, ooga, 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 chaka, ooga, 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 chaka, ooga, 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 chaka, ooga, ooga. I can't stop. Sing it with me, baby. Deep inside of me. Ooga, chaka, ooga, chaka. Girl, you just don't realize. Who the hell names their kid Chaka? Wasn't he like one of those little brown guys in the land of the lost? In your arms so tight. You hate your children, baby. Chaka FATAH. Everything's alright. I did something illegal.
Oh, God.
So CHAKA FATAH has spent the last 2 decades as a congressman out of Pennsylvania representing a district in Philadelphia up until...
Sat on the House Appropriations Committee.
Up until this past Tuesday when he was convicted on every single count in a 23-count criminal indictment. Now, why is this important? He is not just a DNC super delegate. He is also a Hillary Clinton surrogate. So, I mean, not only is Kankles about to be investigated by the FBI, but CHAKA FATAH is now facing decades in prison after being convicted in his indictment last July. To Stacey's point, he was the top dem on the Appropriations Committee. FATAH and several of his co-defendants, who include former campaign and congressional aides, obtained an illegal $1 million loan, like you do, for him during the 2007 mayor's race, then improperly used federal and charitable funds to help repay the debt. FATAH and the other co-conspirators submitted false billing statements to his mayoral campaign in order to keep the loan secret. That's pretty bad, JD and Stacey. But wait, Bob, there's more. In addition, FATAH received bribes from Herbert Vetterman. Oh, my God. Bad guys always have such great names. A former deputy mayor of Philadelphia who was an aide in FATAH's mayoral campaign. FATAH used the money to pay personal expenses, including his taxes. These detestable scumbag Democrats are taxing everybody out of existence and then committing fraud in order to pay their own taxes. One more charge, and I'll turn it over to you. In return, FATAH reportedly pushed for an ambassadorial position for Vitamin or for appointment to the U.S. Trade Commission. God was so good.
that one was even weirder because the guy bought a Porsche for his wife and a couple other things. I mean, that was just insane.
If this doesn't prove to everybody in the audience that the entire U.S. Congress,
there's really nothing more. I think it's interesting, Stacey, if you take a look back when OOGA CHAKA FATAH first came into the house. It was about 20 years ago. And the first boss he worked for was Don Bilbo Jabioni, me, the big dog, the AIDS guy.
But the entire Democratic Party is a criminal enterprise. It really is.
I mean, who else do we got? We got Rangel. He got caught up in stuff. I mean, it's not like we don't have Democratic representatives sitting in the House right now who have been up on charges and convicted of stuff, and they just don't leave. Whereas if it happened to a Republican, it would be a nonstop 24-hour news cycle with people campaigning outside the freaking, Capitol building to get these people out of office. I mean, it's insane. But no, you want to know what my favorite thing about reading up on this little piece of loveliness is?
What?
My favorite thing is a quote from Nancy Pelosi, who very proudly last night slept on the floor of the House chamber, used taxpayer dollars to roll in a buffet.
Wait. Before you go on with Nana's quote, when you just said that they all slept in the house with this asinine sit-in for 25 hours, if anybody doubts that this woman is nothing but a Madame Tussauds wax figure with all her she's 147 years old to begin with. Go look it up on Wikipedia. 147.
I was worried that they were sitting on the floor. I was afraid half of them wouldn't be able to get up.
Stacey, her face looked the same. It's all Botoxed up. She's like the Joker from Batman. I'm sorry. Go ahead with Nana.
Well, Nana, because CHAKA did end up resigning today under duress. He thought he was staying until October, and that didn't happen. He did end up resigning, but House Minority Leader Nancy Pelosi, after her stunt yesterday, goes out with this little gem. Serving in the Congress is a sacred public trust, and House Democrats believe we have a responsibility to uphold the highest standards of ethics and integrity. His prompt resignation was the right thing to do for his constituents in light of the verdict against him. The highest standards of ethics and integrity from Nancy Pelosi, who basically had a taxpayer-funded pajama party last night.
Shut up! That's for Nana. I mean, Nana, do me a favor. Honestly. Shut up! Clean up in aisle 5, Bob. Wash my brains off the wall. I can't take this woman. And then to your point. I've been looking for the quote.
There was great footage yesterday. Or the day before, Hillary made her first visit to the House Democrats. And there's Hillary and Nancy Pelosi strolling down the hall in the Capitol building. And all I could think of is this could be like the scene in any nursing home across America.
Where's my soup? Oma! My soup! I heard today we're going to have peas. Oh, Bill, we're going to have peas. Oma! What's my shoe's name?
I can't stand this woman, but look, as much of a hoople-headed jackass as Mayor Quimby is, this is a organized... Okay. Not just to go into the fact... And everybody glosses over this because it's Philadelphia, right? So it's filthy Philly and blah, 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 blah. CHAKA FATAH is a Democratic National Committee superdelegate. This guy is high up in the party structure. Well, why is he so high up there, JD? I'll tell you why, Bob. Because CHAKA FATAH has been pushing back and being able to get away with these crimes for decades because he carries a platinum race card in his wallet. And anytime you say, there seems to be some irregularity, racist, racist, Black Lives Matter, oh, sitting on the floor, oh, Lordy Lord. I mean, are you kidding me? This is why nobody can have a conversation about race in this country. Oh, well, yeah. Okay, hold on a second, Bob. Before we get out for our first commercial break, we're going to be talking about the apple and the tree. FATAH's son, CHAKA FATAH's son, is currently serving a 5-year prison sentence, federal prison sentence, for unrelated fraud and bank charges. CHAKA, Chip FATAH. Oh, chip off the old block. These two were definitely chips off the old FATAH. CHAKA Chip FATAH Jr. was convicted in November of 22 counts that he misspent. Now listen to this. That he misspent loans in some of the nearly $1 million in education funds he got as a school management sub. That's almost to the T one of the charges against his father. A Fugazi $1 million loan that he doesn't pay back. And
then there's the wife.
Who's
so
wife?
Their friend Herbert Vetterman helped support Fatah's South African nanny, paid $18,000 for Fatah's wife Porsche, and so the couple could put down a payment on a Poconos vacation home. The car never left their garage. And the lawyers are trying to say they weren't part of a bribery scheme.
Let me tell you why these morons got caught and went to jail. You want to know why? Yeah, let me tell you why. This is because they think small. They embezzled $1 million from a Fugazi loan and got it and went, let's get a vacation home in the Poconos.
Who goes to the Poconos?
These morons with $1 million, which is probably how the feds find them in the first place. But JD and Stacey are one step ahead of the law, like always, baby. Coming back, we're going to tie up some of this criminal nonsense. We got Boo being a lot tougher on the U.S. Navy than he ever going to be in Iran, baby. 18 to 80, blind, crippled, and crazy. Truckers, suckers, and bad mother. JD and Stacey, game on. Conservative show so big, even Diamond Dave's still taking us to break. We'll be right back. Uh-oh, nothing wants to play again. Let's see. Oh, so how are you, Stacey? And let's pick up on this. And,
that's a delay. That's a wow.
No. This is a whole where the hell did it all go? So, anyway, so CHAKA FATAH, but I mean the son with $1 million loan, and they're both swearing up, down, left, right, and center that they had nothing to do with it. He's a pledged superdelegate for Cankles in this convention. I don't know what to do. Where is David Lee Roth? Thanks, David.
This is Slickery Trigger for Rebel Road Tactical. With proper care and feeding, your pistol will be ready when you need it. There to save your life. Shouldn't your gear be that good? Whether you need a holster for comfortable everyday carry or a tough-as-nails holster for your next training course, Rebel Road Tactical has what you need. Check us out on the web at rebelroadtactical.com.
If you like your health care plan, you'll be able to keep your health care plan. This is the most transparent administration in history. Not even a smidgen of corruption.
Fact is, we had 4 dead Americans. What difference at this point does it make?
If you got a business, you didn't build that.
The feeling most people get when they hear Barack Obama's speech, I felt this thrill going up my leg. I mean, I don't have that too often.
Steady.
It's time to hear the truth about America's biggest challenges. Ricky Robinson, host of America Off the Rails, will tackle the important issues facing America today as he tries to keep America from coming off the track. Get ready to hear the truth every Monday through Friday starting at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 Central, here on K98Talk.com and the Spark Radio Network.
Welcome to the face. Welcome to the face of the new democracy.
Are you conservative in a world of liberal?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Well, you're not alone. Hey, I'm Daniel Stafford, host of the Stafford Voice, and I'd like to invite you to tune in each Monday, 10 p.m. Eastern, where I'll break down the events of the week, and together we'll learn about how they affect you. So, sit back and get ready for the good, the bad, and the ugly of talk radio right here on K98 Talk.
From the Vikings of Norway to my home down south to Washington, D.C., I've been around. I've seen it all, and I've come out on top. You better beware, for all you know, the bell tolls for you. Enter the bell tower or watch your step. 8 p.m. Thursdays, K98 Talk.
JD and Stacey staring at you through the hole in your radio, baby. Hando Schmickel here on radio. Welcome back to Game On here on K98 Talk, part of the Conservative Commandos Radio Network. Hey, everybody, right now, get over to K98Talk.org. Get in that chat room. Say hello to Stacey. Join the conversation. Ron, keep your pants off for you, Schmier. Remember, guys, we're not just here live Thursday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard. On K98, we do it again Tuesday nights for another live edition of Game On. 9 p.m. as well, Sunday morning, 11 a.m. live, curing your mainstream media hangover. Then Friday, 5 p.m., Hooples, drive time, Philadelphia, Southern Jersey, Northern Delaware on that WNJC 1360 AM. Get over the Facebook page. Like that. Tell 10 friends. Have them like it, too. Shoot the lock off your wallet, Hooples. Break out that credit card. Get to Cleveland. The Mistake by the Lake, July 18th to the 22nd. Come down to see Stacey and I, hats and bats for political. All that's at the RNC. Then after the show, Hooples, stick around for the boss.
We'll be staying in our cars. Not because we needed a fundraiser, but because we're just really disorganized.
The GOP has a big tent. Great, you got one that can hold us.
I think we're actually going to be staying in Toledo at this point.
standing there with a cardboard sign with magic marker on it going, "Will co-host and pundit for ride."
Uber.
No, oh my God, Uber. I got so many problems today. So, Uber,
that's any different than any other day?
No, I've had a really busy day, and I was setting up things for clients and this, that, and the other thing, and then I was doing some things for myself. And more on me, I was running around so fast today that, you know, the part of the Uber app where you press the car and it tells you, like, how long and how much?
Yeah.
Well, instead of doing that, like, 4 different times, I set the pickup location. So when I went to actually drop one before, it had disabled my account.
Nice.
No. Not nice.
I guess Uber's all on me in Cleveland.
No. They got a thing. Just today was just. Oh, no, this isn't going to play either. Oh, good God, is this bad? This is so bad. I would be surprised if we get through the show before everything doesn't just explode. All right, so the criminal enterprise that is the Democrat Party and the media that's just going to, you know, and I'm such a two minds of this because I'm not a Trump supporter. And I'm not going to vote for Trump, but I will tell you what, this makes me sympathize with him. And I can't be the only voter. I don't sympathize for the things that are his fault. I sympathize to the point of view is that this is such thumb on the scale, loaded nonsense. I mean, I saw Dave Weigel, a guy I really respect, and who, you know, I mean, he can be a partisan, but he generally plays it straight. And, oh, well, what do you mean? You know, the CHAKA FATAH stuff was, where? You know, it was buried in articles in the Atlantic that real politicos are going to go into. It wasn't the lead on the news. You have a sitting Philadelphia congressman that just got convicted of 23 felony fraud and bank wire charge accounts. Going away for decades with a son who's in jail. With a son.
For the same thing.
I want to say, what if one GOP guy had his son in the can? That's it. Over. Get out. They would have run him out of office. But no.
So he still gets to, like, hold his big old party position and still gets to be a superdelegate in the election? Because he gets sentenced on October 3rd. He might be in jail in November.
You know who's making that decision, baby. You know, everybody thinks that's a trumpet. That's actually Hillary's thighs rubbing together as she walks.
Oh, my God. Give yourself a bell. Thank you.
Now that I've painted that picture in your head, keep in mind, folks, this is not the brass section of the symphony. Picture Hillary as Darth Hillary walking through the Death Star, but the trumpets are actually her thighs rubbing together. She's gonna walk right now. Wait. She's gonna start walking right now. Now, hold on. She's going to stop. She stopped. Hold on. She's going to keep walking. Oh, wait. She stopped. Pick something up.
You have just ruined the entire Star Wars franchise for me.
Okay, terrific.
There are some things that go on inside your head that should really just stay there. Seriously.
Oh, by the way, for anybody in the audience who's interested, I have had such an unbelievably whacked out day. I might as well share my misery with everybody else. So I haven't had an opportunity to have lunch, dinner, anything like that. So we're sitting here. I had put together in the blender a shake. You know, some almond milk, some bananas, a little plain yogurt for texture, and I whip it all up. For those of you who are interested, when you make a blended fruit shake like that, and then during a radio commercial break, drink it right after you've been sucking on honey lemon cough drops, it actually tastes like tuna fish.
Gross.
I really did. I went, oh, my God, who gave me a tuna shake? I'm like, what? Wait, that's bananas. Oh, my God. Up is down, left is right. Good Lord, Lordy, Lord, Lordy, Lord.
Okay,
JD's
terrific.
oversharing again.
Okay. Do you have anything left on the
OOGA chaka, OOGA, OOGA, OOGA chaka, OOGA, OOGA, OOGA.
Can we talk about him every day just so we can play the only song that Blue Suede ever wrote that anybody's ever heard?
No, we can't. We should probably actually never talk about him again. But, I mean, the lack of coverage with this and the way that it's being handled by the mainstream media is just it's really par for the course. And if you are conservative or you do not agree with the progressive line of thinking, you have to look for other sources of information. I mean, just look at the coverage of this freaking sleepover. I mean, do you realize how many rules, things you are not allowed to do in the House chambers the Democrats did in the last 24 hours?
Well, did you hear the story that broke about 20 minutes before we came on the air? That the Democrats were willing to play such hardball with the Republicans that in order to get them to force a vote on gun control, Nancy Pelosi and Dianne Feinstein were about to naked pillow fight in the well of the House.
I hope C-SPAN's turning off the cameras.
Hold on, let me get my pillow.
I just hope there was no unfortunate spooning or anything like that as they were all huddled on their blankets with pillows.
Oh my God! Here is your bell. Oh, Jesus God! Now it won't. Oh.
I got my first bell.
Holy God! I mean, yeah, and let me tell you, you got Nancy Pelosi and Dianne Feinstein running around topless on the floor of the Senate, and the vape is like, nope, that is.
Those men wanted to have sex with me.
I actually hit that sound effect on June 9th, and it just played. Oh my God! Could you see like Di-Fi and Nana just like topless and
I don't know. I thought it was up to Senator Warren. They were
It rubs
cold and
lotion
tired.
on its skin. It does this whenever it's
stop!
cold.
I've had enough of that. Yeah, but yeah, that one of the representatives tweeted tweeted earlier today that they were cold and tired. So I thought maybe that, Elizabeth Warren might be able to build a campfire and maybe pitch a teepee.
To do what now?
I thought maybe they're cold and tired. So I thought, Pocahontas could build a campfire and maybe erect a teepee, keep them warm, Seriously. I mean, the tweets and the pictures that are coming out of this thing, if you look at the hashtag and what's trending on social media, are so ridiculous. I'm sitting here going, I'm almost at a loss. Going, number one, why are we even talking about this? And the best, some of them walked out of the chamber today to all their supporters. There was like 36 people on the steps. We just went through an entire 24-hour news cycle covering nothing but these hoople heads sitting on the floor in the House because 12 people are really excited outside.
That's crazy.
It's insane.
Hold on. 1 second. Why don't you give them some background on this Navy Commodore as I choke to death?
Oh, okay, good. Well, since about 10 of our sailors were held captive by the Iranians earlier this year, to which Iran has created an entire campaign of propaganda and other things about how wonderful they are and how strong they are and how weak our military is. There has been an investigation going on. And, a couple things here. Obviously, if they find fault in the investigation, and some of the things I've read are intimating at things like mechanical problems, improper maintenance, and other things that went on within the command that definitely led to what had happened with them drifting into Iranian waters. They definitely need to be addressed. But I think what I'm missing here, and missed from, I don't know, the time it happened, is the administration saying that what the Iranians did was wrong, that the treatment of our soldiers was not okay, and, any amount of transparency as to what actually happened. I mean, like it or not, and no matter what the technical problems and other things might have been with the boats or with the command or any other issue that the investigators might have found, this was a dark moment for us as Americans with our friends in the rest of the world. I mean, we talked at length with Joseph about what that looked like to other countries in the Middle East. And, as Lou and I spoke to Joseph just last week, that Russian pivot he started to talk about in some of those early discussions to include what happened with our sailors in Iran is actually happening. Like, this was kind of, I guess, a really big impact, a really big factor in us losing some of that respect within that region.
But you want to know what, and I don't want to put on my Alex Jones tinfoil hat, but you really have to ask the question. Both John Kerry and the President of the United States, Obama in this case, and this goes back to Ben Rhodes a couple of months ago, whether it was in April or May, when he gave that interview, and I think it was, I could be wrong, I thought it was the New York Times Magazine, but anyway, he said, where he basically said that the administration was very comfortable lying to the press in order to manipulate and create a narrative, and that narrative that they were trying to feed was to protect the fact that they were completely bending over, giving the Iranians everything they wanted, turning our allies towards our enemies, scaring people in the region that we rely on for somewhat of what passes for stability in that region. And, he gave away the store in order to get this Iranian deal. He's done nothing about Bob Levinson, who's the retired FBI agent who's living over there. He's done nothing in the beginning of his administration when he had an opportunity and the Iranian students rose up. He let them be brutally repressed by the regime. So here's my question. He is giving absolutely everything he can to the point of bending over backwards to appease the Iranians. Now, there really is nothing. He's not gaining anything with the Iranians by having the administration take such a hard line on the sailors. So
no, not at all.
Well, then to my mind, what is this about? Is this Is this Obama's passive-aggressive Nuremberg trial for the U.S. military that the left has been flicking their bean over since Cy Hirsch and the My Lai incident? I mean, that's what it looks like to me. This is another, like with this feckless do-nothing sit-in these idiots had the other night. It accomplished nothing. But they can't put the military on trial. So we're going to have a show trial. I mean, it's like a banana republic. It's like the North Koreans the other day with Kim Un-midget, who's out there whacking out people for speaking on cell phones to other people in China. We got a minute left. Wrap this up.
Yeah, I mean, basically, it's not just the command. So Eric Rausch was relieved last month. He was one of the commanders. The second commander was relieved today, probably ending both of their military careers. But it also looks like about half of the 10 U.S. sailors who are on board are going to be disciplined or somehow held accountable for errors during that entire debacle.
Basically the entire crew that was involved in the incident, right?
Yeah, I mean, basically all the pictures of our kids and our people over there that we saw down on their knees, hands behind their head with Iranian rifles trained on them are now going to be publicly disciplined.
You know, Slick brings up a good point. Valerie Jarrett's an Iranian, but I mean, to my point is, you know, she's already there. You already have the fox in the chicken coop. You know, what else is there to give them except just, you know, debasing the American military on his way out of office? But that's why Booba is a speckle-faced jerk-off baby. JD and Stacey coming back on the other side of this break, wrapping up the fastest hour in conservative radio. Nonsense in the world, whole bunch of things about robots. Oh, a real New York City subway story. I told you guys last week. The other one with everyone freaking out was a complete black flag and crap. JD and Stacey, game on here on K98 Talk. Coming right back in about 2.5 minutes.
Hey everybody, this is Jason, host of According to Me. I'd like to invite you to check out my show. It's a 2-hour show that lasts 60 minutes in...
listen, I hate to interrupt, but one thing I can do is read off a script. Just say, let me be clear a lot. It works.
President Obama, I can handle this. It's a radio promo. I'm not green. I've done this before.
Did someone say green?
Now, Al Gore is here. Listen, I'm just trying to record a radio promo. Do you mind?
Do you say good things about...
at all. But if it makes you feel any better, I rip on Republicans just as much.
The AM radio frequencies give off very high levels of radiation.
Look, my show is on the internet, which you invented. Can I just do my promo?
I got a pen. I can veto that, you know.
I know you got a pen. It's not a law. It's a radio promo. Listen, just listen to my show. Barack Obama and Al Gore hate it, so you're going to love it.
Here's an executive order. Don't listen to his show. He doesn't like me. He's racist. And he doesn't recycle either.
That's it. I'm done. It's According to Me, Wednesdays, 10 p.m. Eastern, right here on K98 Talk.
I'm easy like Sunday morning.
Wondering why you're up early with us on a Sunday morning making a cocktail? News lately got you drinking? Hung over from the mainstream media by Sunday? We are, and we got you covered.
We sure do. We got your hangover cure for those weekly news blues. So sit back, top off your mimosa, and add some Baileys to that coffee.
Take a match to your copy of the New York Times. Light, funny, and oh yeah, news with booze.
And a lot of laughter.
Welcome to Bloody Marys and Broadsheets. If it's Sunday, it's Bloody Marys and Broadsheets.
We're your cure from your weekly news hangover.
We will never fully understand what we've asked of our military service members or their families, asking them to put themselves in harm's way, to endure it all. But we do understand that it's our turn, our duty, to keep them secure for the rest of their lives. Wounded Warrior Project long-term support programs help our most severely ill or injured veterans live independently, at no cost, for life, so that they might stand at ease. WWP.org.
K98 Talk is expanding its lineup for 2015. This means we are expanding our advertising base. Whether you're a startup trying to push through to the next level or an established business trying to supplement your advertising budget, web-based advertising is a solid investment. Thanks to Talk's newest partnership with TuneIn Radio and instant access to our sister station, K98 FM, we give you worldwide access at a reasonable cost. Interested parties should email us at sales@k98fm.com.
Crazy, 1880, blind, crippled, and crazy. Everybody knows it's all about that baby gravy. JD and Stacey here, back on that K98 Talk. Came on, part of that conservative Canada's radio network. Everybody right now, get over to K98Talk.org. Say hello to Stacey. Join the conversation. After the show, stick around for the boss. Him and Jem Homestead going to take you up to the top of the 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Hour on that America Off the Rails. After that, you're going to get over to Spreaker.com, #Brown, JD and Stacey, JDANDSTACEY. Find out everything we've been doing here for the last year or so with that Rick and Tavi Rick Robinson, that cantankerous Mr. Rick Traylor. And get over and meet Stacey and I, July 18th to the 22nd at the Cleveland Convention Center for that Republican National Committee. Hats and bats and political, all that. Ain't that right, baby? Welcome back.
Thank you.
All right, I got like 40.
Brexit vote is still 50-50.
That's so British. That's just so passive-aggressive and British meh. Did I understand?
Well, I just think it's funny that the British are now fighting for independence.
Stop or else say stop again. What their last fight for independence didn't work out so well. They should be careful. Yeah, it looked like the polls were open till about 10 p.m. local time over there. Do they have a?
Well, they're counting now, but there's no projection. I mean, it's literally 50-50.
Do they have a percentage of the vote in or anything like that to give you an idea of?
I haven't.
No, I'm going to say that.
No, I don't. I don't have any. I don't have anything like the live primary votes, but most of the chatter on Twitter is that it's basically dead heat at this point.
Okay, so now, folks, I'm telling you.
I hope they go out.
Get ready,
I think that would be awesome.
Get ready, like JD, to welcome our new robot overlord. Everything's on the fritz. I just got blown out of the chat room, too. Good Lord, the technology gremlins are everywhere. Don't kill it. Runaway robot IR-77. Can we stop naming the robots, please? Just stop naming. They're all going to call him Bob. Every other robot, that's mine. Yeah, we know, Bob. That's why we love you. This is from the Russian Times. Don't kill it. Runaway robot IR-77 could be deactivated because of its love. Oh my God, Russian robots have love for freedom. This is like the Beatles.
This is awesome.
A robot maker from Perm, Russia, is considering deactivating IR-77, the world-famous machine that escaped. This is Johnny 5. Johnny 5 is in Russia. The world-famous machine that escaped its testing grounds in June. Robots are escaping. North Koreans can't escape. The robots are getting out. And cause traffic chaos. Where the hell have I been? The robot fans are in there's Russian traffic jams because of escape robots. The promo
and they can't make it stop. That's the scary part. They've tried to reprogram and erase the desire and all this other stuff, but no. It's a learned behavior. So now they're thinking about deactivating it, and all of the people who have been so entertained by this robot, and watched all the media attention and are now thinking of it as an actual entity are freaking out because they want to decommission it.
Yeah. So what's that? I mean,
killing a person, they say.
But I mean, as you die, we must now have memorial service for the robot. Oh, no, Taps isn't. I'm just giving up. All right, so what's the... Watch this freakishly... So this is another robot. So explain the dog bot.
Well, the dog bot will clean your house.
Oh,
I like the dog bot.
Unlike a regular dog that'll just mess up the house?
Yeah, basically. No, I mean, you can, it's trainable to, do the things that you don't like to do, and because of the way it's built, it can handle things that are fragile or breakable, so it could do my dishes.
This is from Gizmodo. Like a real dog, it can even be taught or guided by a human to perform countless tasks, but instead of just sitting, staying put, or shaking a paw, the Spot Mini, can we stop naming it robots? can perform simple household chores like delivering snacks and drinks, although clearly there are still some kinks to be worked out.
When it falls down, it can pick itself back up.
So it's the opposite of a country music song.
Exactly.
Good Lord.
I don't know. This one I'm okay with because it doesn't think. It just does stuff. The other one kind of freaks me out.
Listen, that's how it starts. You've seen Terminator. And then Skynet gets involved, and all the robots become self-aware, and then all of us are just like, what the hell's going on with the self-aware?
There already is a self-aware robot in Russia. It needs to stop.
On the loose!
I know.
Loose! I mean, could you? What happened? Do you go to a Siberian labor camp if you found, like, putting up the robot? Like, see, hold on. Who is there? Hello, it's Russian police. We are looking for happy robot that everybody like. He is missing. Oh, there is no robot here. No, I'm just... The whole family's going to end up in Siberia. Medical mystery woman comes out of surgery with a British accent, according to ABC 13. Explain this.
Okay, so she goes into surgery, having a little surgery on her jaw, nothing too major, with a Southern accent. She's from Texas. When she came out of surgery, she had a British accent. Apparently, this is the result of a very rare neurological disorder. She said she was a little bit nervous about coming forward because people would be skeptical, but she's hoping to transition back to her good old Southern accent sometime in the near future.
Wait, it's a I mean, is it an accent?
It said it's very unusual. I can't think of a reason jaw surgery would cause it. I went back and looked at the operative report to see if there were any complications from surgery, but there weren't any. After tests, the doctor was able to determine Lisa had a rare neurological disorder where someone's voice can alter or change after surgery or a traumatic event.
But isn't an accent a learned behavior? I mean, what they hit the okay. So let me get this straight. So if he was working in another part of the jaw, and instead of hitting the British nerve, he hit the Rwandan nerve, she would have woke up like other way.
I don't know. It's a rare neurological disorder.
Can you imagine? Yes, I'm just gonna have this mole taken off. Other way. Hey. I am King Joffrey Jafra, ruler of Zamunda, and I have come for my son Akeem.
Okay, terrific.
And finally...
I told everybody the other
New
night...
York City is allowing people to pee in the streets and not get tickets anymore, but they're taking groping on the subway very, very seriously.
I told everybody the other night that thing about New Yorkers getting freaked out in the subway was crap. Everybody listened to a real New York City subway story. That's what I'm talking about right now.
New York just made feminine products free, too. You live in a crazy place.
Yeah, I'm going to a crazier one. This is from Fox News. NBC, New York City subway riders fight back at groping, grinding, and lewd acts. This is real New York subway talk. New York. A young woman boards a crowded subway in New York City as more passengers pile in. A man inches closer and starts grinding his groin against her. This is just disgusting. The woman knows what's happening. But the train is so packed she can't get away, baby. It's that 4 train, that rush hour coming out of that Grand Central Station. That uptown to the boogie down, baby. It gets all crazy at night. It's a situation, police say. It plays out hundreds of times a year beneath the nation's largest city with subway ridership. So what are the strap hangers doing about all the pervs?
They're reporting them online and via apps. They're using technology. So basically, from reports at mid-2015 to mid-2016, they've almost doubled.
Am I missing something? Is there like a report a perv app that I don't have on my phone?
Well, I'm not. How many pervs are really after you, JD?
You can't listen. Oh, hold on a second. Women.
I don't think you're the target audience.
Women love me. Men want to be me. Don't hate me because I'm beautiful, baby.
Your own mother likes me better.
Women love me. Men want to be me. Don't hate me because I'm beautiful, baby.
And I say it again. Your mother and your father both like me better.
Well, they have good taste. I can't believe this story did. Oh! You know what they should do? They should introduce all the pervs on the subway to the happy emotion robot who can explain to them in a nice way, because everybody loves him, why you shouldn't grind somebody else's ass on a subway train. Good God.
Well, now people are recording these things on smartphones and turning the video over to law enforcement, and they're actually putting. Here's a really great use of police resources in New York City, because we're not arresting the people on top of this up on the street that are urinating in public or doing lewd acts up there, but we're putting undercover women on the subway underneath the ground so that pervs can grind on them and they can arrest them. I'm not even kidding.
You can't make this stuff up, but hey,
you live in one absolutely crazy place.
The Fans Hour and Conservative Radio is just thanking up. We want to thank our old listeners, new listeners, everybody in between. We hope you'll be joining us again live Sunday morning at 11 a.m. Carrying your mainstream media hangover. This is the time in the program when I look at my beautiful, brilliant co-host and I go, baby girl, baby girl, baby girl. You got those keys?
Oh, I got those keys. Get me out of here.
All right. Tell the nice people where they can find me.
Oh, you can find me on Twitter at @ScottsFire, SCOTSFYRE, and on Facebook at Stacey Lennox.
Oh, my God. I don't know when I'll be there. It's so busy, but sometimes you can find me at Game On JD on the Twitters. Other than that, bar stools, alleyways, seedy situations. Maybe back to the midget toss. Bulletproof vest, fested up. Somebody's going to take a shot at me. So let's do it. I'll see you Sunday morning.
I'm looking for you, you Occupy freaks with your glitter bombs. Bring it on! Bring on the glitter. Everything has changed. Everything has changed in the last few years. Conservatives used to take it, and we're not taking it anymore.
If you want to work until you keel over, have less of everything in retirement, or give back more,